All right. You want to explain what we're doing?
I forgot already.
You forgot?
Yes.
All right, that's cool. So, we are starting over. You want me to turn this around so you can see you? So, we are starting over with the lessons because we lost all of the other lessons that we had recorded. Right? So, why did you want to start over from the beginning?
So we could show everybody everything we know so far.
You gotta speak up though.
So we can show everybody what we know so far.
Okay, what you know so far. Right?
Yes.
Alright. So, with the first lesson, we actually not gonna start it off with the same way that we started off the first time. Now, since I got a little more structure, so it's a good thing that we kind of lost everything.
How?
Because now I was able to sit down and see how I want to do stuff. So before, we was just recording a lot, right? Or not a lot, but we was just recording. I didn't really have a plan on how we was going to do it or nothing like that. Like whatever you wanted to do or whatever I was feeling, that's what we did. But now I have it set up more like a curriculum. So more like how it would be in school, but it's still my way. It's just more organized like how it'd be in school. You okay?
Yes.
You need some water?
Yes.
Alright, I'll get some. You good? Alright.
Right here?
Oh, you good right there. So, what was we talking about? What was I saying? You remember?
About the beginning of how we're going to start everything over.
Alright, yeah. So, oh yeah, that's what I was saying. So this first time, oh, you was asking why was it a good thing?
Yeah.
And I was saying because now we can structure it better. We have more of a plan. We know what we want to do more, right?
Yes.
Alright, so now with our first lesson, what I'm actually going to do is introduce to you like a real glossary, like a real set of words that you would need to know, right? Some of these words you already know, some of them you don't. But it's a list of 20 words that I wrote on the board, and I want you to go through.
Wait, just these or these two?
All of them, all of these words.
So these, all the columns?
Yep, all the columns.
Okay.
Yep. So what I want you to do is we gonna keep these words up.
What, 21?
21?
Yes.
Is it?
Count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's one word. Retirement accounts.
Oh, that I counted that one.
Yeah. Yeah, so a list of 20 words. And what we are going to do throughout the week, every time where we come in here, I'm going to just randomly pick out words on that list of 20 words.
What?
Yep. And you got to tell me what it means. So you got to give me the definition and you got to give me an example.
That's all?
What else you want to do? What else is it to do? That's too
Nothing.
easy?
Yes.
That's too easy for you?
Yes.
All right, well, we going to see.
I know.
We going to see. We going to see.
I don't know most of them.
You don't know most of them?
No, I think I know 6 of them.
You know 6 of them?
Or 8.
Alright, so this your first lesson. And your first lesson is really just showing you what you do and don't know to start off. Because these is going to help us basically get a little further. Or it's going to help us from this point on. So, starting with the first word. Read it. Give me the definition. Give me an asset. I mean, give me an example.
Asset?
No, I'm saying give me an example. Yeah.
This word that I'm circling?
Yes, sir. That's the first one. You're going to go in order. So when I say in order, I want you to go down. So you're gonna go boom, 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 and then them two last. Okay.
Okay.
Let me change. Will not change it. Just add. Wealthy. Yeah.
Wealthy.
Not wealthy. All right. Bam, 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 boom, 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 boom. Get your water. Get your water, dog. You ready?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
First word.
An asset.
Gotta speak up. The camera gotta be able to hear you. An asset. Okay.
An asset is something you buy to get more money.
Okay. And then give me an example. But
No car.
No car. Okay, yep, I was about to say this time you cannot use car.
A house.
How?
You live there, and somebody will pay you every month for living there.
You live there or somebody else will live there?
Somebody else will live there.
Yeah. So what's that way? Like that way of having a house be an asset, that's one way of having it be an asset, right? But what is that called when you do that?
It's called renting.
Renting, okay.
And that's also a part of real estate.
Yeah, that's good. Is real estate up there? No, real estate not even up there. I ain't got it up there right now. But that's good. I'm glad you did that because you were struggling with real estate for a minute and you kept forgetting what it meant. But something else I want to introduce to you when it comes to how you use the example for cars and houses for assets, right?
Yeah.
A house is still an asset because say if the house that we stay in, right? If I paid $200,000 for it, right? Are you paying attention or are you more interested in your height right now?
I'm not interested in my height. I'm interested if I'm erasing the marks.
Oh, okay. My bad. You good. I would have let you know. But, so yeah, another way that a house is still an asset is, say if I just plan to buy this house for $200,000, right?
Yeah.
And then I know that real estate, which is just houses or buildings and houses, period. I know that they tend to go up in value. As time go on, right? So if I buy it for $200,000 today, and I know I can sell it for maybe $300,000 5 or 6 years from now, that still makes it an asset too because it's going up in value.
Yeah.
Right? So do you get that part? Like you understand that? You don't? So what's something you like? Right? Let's say what do Bentley like? Your hoverboard.
Yes.
That's a good example. Right? So say you just got a hoverboard, right?
Yeah.
Who bought you a hoverboard?
Didi.
Okay. So let's say he bought your hoverboard for $100.
Okay.
Right? And then let's say tomorrow they stop selling hoverboards.
Okay.
So now the hoverboards is going to be way more than $100
Yes.
because nobody is going to be selling them no more. You got to know somebody to get one, right? So if you buying hoverboards for that reason, and you know that people gonna always want hoverboards, people gonna always need all the kids need a hoverboard, right?
Why do they need a hoverboard?
I'm just saying, like that's what all of y'all want, right?
Yeah.
Like that's if when y'all ask for stuff for y'all birthday, that's gonna be on just about every kid's birthday list, right?
About every kid?
Or most kids.
Most kids.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
Not
most
every
kids.
kid.
Not every kid. You're right. We never use words like that because it's very seldom true.
Sometimes it's wrong.
Yeah. But so most kids they want that hoverboard still, even though stores don't sell it, right?
Yeah.
So now if you go out and you start buying hoverboards because you know that the price of hoverboards is going to keep going up, and more people want hoverboards.
Not need.
Yeah, not need.
Why
But
would
more and
people
more people want hoverboards, and they gonna buy the hoverboards for whatever price. So if you buying them, knowing that the value of them keeps going up, does that make that hoverboard an asset? If you buying it, knowing that it's gonna make you more money?
I don't get it still.
You don't get it? So what's the...
If we're buying it, how are we getting money?
Because then we would sell it for more money.
Oh, that's how it's an asset.
Yeah.
Because
So
you
if
can buy something and sell it for more money than it is.
yeah. So with a house, that's how a house is still an asset. It just depends on, you remember when we talked about it depend on the plan behind it? Like if you just buy a house and you plan to live in it forever, you just plan to pay it off. You get a mortgage, right, for 30 years. You pay it off after 30 years, or you even pay it off early. But once you pay it off, you don't plan to do nothing. All you want to do is just live there. I mean, unless you plan to use it for something, that's not really an asset. That's just, I mean, you have the equity, you have the money. We got the equity, right? You will still have the money because you will have the house, but you're not really using it. So the way that it's an asset is because you can buy it for $100, or you can buy it for this much, right? I'm not gonna say a number, because number, it could confuse you, because I don't want you to get stuck on a number. But you can buy it for this much, right?
Yeah.
And you know you can sell it for this much, right?
Yes.
So if I'm constantly doing that, and then I buy it for this much, and I sell it for that much, and then I buy it for that much, and I sell it for that much, and I buy it for that much, and I sell it for that much, does that make it an asset?
Yes.
Why?
Because you're buying it and then selling it for over the price that it was.
Yeah, but we not gonna just say anything like it's like that, because
Not anything.
because I was gonna say like shoes, right? People do the same thing with gym shoes. People buy shoes and then they resell them for like an extra $40, $50.
An extra 40?
Yeah, so we not knocking it. People make money doing it because they'll be selling a lot of them. But
You could just share your shoes if you don't want them.
yeah, but I'm not doing that. I don't sell my shoes.
You shouldn't do that.
I don't. That's not my. No, like that's some people's passion. Some people love shoes. They love to buy and sell and trade shoes. Like that's a whole industry. It's a big thing, bro. But yeah, like if somebody was just buying and selling shoes, I wouldn't really say that all them shoes that they buying and selling is assets. But when we talking about stuff like cars, when we talking about stuff like houses, jewelry, expensive jewelry, yeah, like that's assets. Did you know that? Did you know jewelry was an asset?
Yeah.
You
Because
did?
You can buy and sell it for more money than it is.
Or not even sell it for more money. You can buy it for, so the price of gold, right? You can buy a gold chain for $10,000, and then a year from then, that gold chain might be worth $15,000, just because the price of gold went up. So like jewelry can be an asset. Gold, silver, those are called what? Commodities. Those could be assets.
Copper?
Copper that could be an asset. All of that, because it's still, you know how you was stuck up on the word resources.
Yeah. Copper
That's a resource. That's used for a lot of stuff as far as like electricity.
How could gold be used for electricity?
All the metals. A lot of stuff that be in your phone, well, not in your phone, but in phones, it'd be like very, very small amounts, but it'd be like gold wiring, and
Gold?
the chips be gold. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the chips are gold.
Yeah. So, all right,
Why would you need gold in your phone?
Because it's a good, what is it? A good conductor for electricity. But look, we're getting kind of off topic. So, asset, boom. You gave me the definition, example, good job. Give me 5. Another one. Next word. Hold up.
Ready?
Yep. Go ahead.
Bank.
Say it louder.
Bank.
Give me the definition of a bank.
I don't know.
Yeah, I knew you wasn't gonna know that one. But you know what a bank is, though, right?
Yes.
So what is a bank?
A bank is a safe where you store all your money. Your money.
I like your definition for it. That's good. That's good. So you said a bank is a safe where you store your money, right?
Yes.
So let me just write that down for my notes. Say where I don't need to write it because we got this video. Stop writing on that because you're not gonna be able to hear us when we talking if you keep stepping on that. All right, a bank is a place where you store your money. That's good. So the actual definition, I'm gonna just give you the actual definition so you know. But what you said, that's pretty spot on. So it's a place that stores, transfers, and lend money. So they store your money.
They transfer your money.
They transfer money to other banks or businesses, and they lend money out. So they let you borrow money from them, and you have to pay it back.
So, but it's your money. So why would
Not
you-
all the time.
Oh.
You can get money, like you can use their money, but you can store your money in there. All right. Next, bam. What's the next one? Next word. Next word.
Bank account.
Bank account. What's a bank account? Give me the definition.
I don't know.
What's a bank account? You know what a bank account is?
No.
You don't have a bank account?
Wait, I think a bank account is the password to your bank.
No.
Oh.
Your bank account is just your account that is at the place where you can store your money.
So it's on an account where your bank is.
Yeah. So all right. Say our family is the RottenChild. Our house is the RottenChild Family Bank, right?
Okay.
But everybody that lives in the RottenChild Family Bank, they all got their own account. So I have my own money. You have your own money. Dice got his own money. Six got his own money. Dash got his own money. Mommy got her own money, right?
Yeah.
But you get what I'm saying? So for us, when we say when you don't know. See, I don't want to use that example because I don't think you know that definition yet. So,
I want you to see
but
it.
nope. But whenever I spend money, it's going to come out of my account from the RottenChild Family Bank. But it's going to be out of Daddy's account. When you spend money, it's going to come out of the RottenChild Family Bank, but it's going to be out of Bentley's account. So you get what I'm saying? So the account is just what you have in there. So I might have $500 in my account. You might have $5,000 in your account.
I have 500.
But you might have 5,000.
I have more than 700.
But you might have 5,000. Right? So what's a bank account?
A bank account. I don't really understand.
You don't remember? What's a bank?
A bank is where you store your money and transfer your money and keep your. Wait, no.
And they can also lend you money. But that's you ain't gotta know all that. Like if you just know that that's where you can store your money, that's great. That's good. Right? So if a bank is where you can store your money, what is a bank account?
A bank account.
That's the place where your money is stored. The actual account. So
That's
the bank
the
is the
actual place where your money's stored?
Yeah, so the bank is the building, right? But you don't just walk in the building, grab your money, and walk out. You gotta go talk to somebody. They gotta get your account information and look into your account.
Why does he have to look in our account?
Because what if they give you my money? So what if you come into the RottenChild Family Bank and you say, I want to pull out $5,000 because you know you got $5,000 in your account, right?
Yeah.
But they try to pull it out of my account. And I ain't really got a lot of money. I only got $200 in my account. And they tell you, oh, I'm sorry, Bentley. It's only $200 in this account. You're going to be upset, right?
Yes. Yes.
And you will want them to make sure that they are looking in your account with your money, right?
Yes.
So in order to do that, you would need your own account with your money in it, correct?
Yes. I don't want to put my money in the bank.
Why?
I want to put it in the safe.
You want to put it in your safe?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we'll discuss that. But go ahead, what was you about to say? Because what?
Because I forgot.
Alright, it's okay. So, do you understand what a bank account is? Or do we still need to go over that?
I understand.
So give it to me.
I don't know.
So, if you walk put it like this. If you walk into the bank and you want to be able to put your money in the bank with them, you have to open up an account.
Okay.
Right? So before you can give your money to the bank, what you got to open up?
My account.
And what is the account for?
The account is for to get my money.
To store your money.
And get my money.
To keep track of your money.
Yes.
All of that.
Yes.
So what is a bank?
A bank is a place where you keep your money and then you can borrow your money if you need to.
Okay, and what is a bank account?
A bank account is an account of where your money is transported so you can have your money
Okay, I like that.
if you need it.
That's good. So you got access to your money. That's how we can put it. It's where you get access to your money. Is that cool?
Yes.
We good with that one?
Yes.
All right, read the next word. You might know this one.
Brokerage account.
What was that?
Brokerage account.
Brokerage account, okay. And do you know what a brokerage account is?
No.
You don't?
No.
So you need me to tell you or you want to guess? Because we done talked about it.
I don't know.
Huh?
I want you to tell me.
Okay, so a brokerage account, I wrote down the actual definition just in case. But a brokerage account is an account that allows you to buy, sell, and hold investments like stocks, bonds, ETFs, like just stuff like that. Alright? So you know what stock is?
What stock is?
Yeah, you remember what stock is?
No.
If I tell you I bought a piece of Apple.
Oh, that's what stock is.
Yeah, it's
A piece of a company.
Yep. So you need a brokerage account to be able to buy pieces of a company.
So you put all your pieces of the companies in your brokerage account?
You put your money in your brokerage account, and then you use the money from your brokerage account to buy the pieces of the company. But yes, they will be in that brokerage account. You get it?
Yes.
So what's a brokerage account?
A brokerage account is where you keep your money to buy pieces of accounts.
Not
pieces
accounts,
of
but
businesses.
yeah. And what do you call pieces of businesses or companies?
Stocks.
Stocks. Okay.
So I already know
Put a star by it. Put a star by the words that we went over and you already knew. So you can put one by asset.
like
No. The ones that we already went over. Yep. Bam. What else
it
did you
doesn't
know?
look like a store.
It's okay. Look, you can do a star like this. You ain't gotta do it like that. You can just do it like this.
What?
Yeah, that's a star still, ain't it? Yep, there you go. What else? You ain't no bank account.
I know.
We went over that too much, boy.
I was going to put X. I was going to
No, don't put no X.
Brokerage account.
You knew brokerage account?
We didn't have to go over it too many times.
Not too many times, but we had to go over it. Go ahead. I'm still gonna test you on that one.
No, we didn't do a budget.
Yeah, we didn't do budget yet, but you can keep the marker in your hand. Close it though to make sure it don't. Yeah.
Where's the
All right. Next word, buddy. Next word, buddy.
Oh, a budget.
Budget. Say it again.
A budget.
Budget. Do you know what budget is?
No.
No. We've talked about it before, though. You don't remember?
No.
So you don't.
On my birthday, and my birthday passed on the table now.
So what that mean? You don't remember nothing I told you before your birthday?
No.
You don't?
I remember I asked it because we talked about it too many times.
Too many times?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I ain't asking you about it no more then.
Yeah.
All right, but a budget. You don't remember I told you a budget is basically the plan you have to manage your money as you make it and as you spend it, right? So when you get paid, say you get paid $100 a week. Out of that $100, how much money are you going to save? How much money are you going to spend on yourself? How much money are you going to put up for investments? How much money do you got to pay bills?
I'm going to use all of the money to pay for everything I need.
That's not budgeting. That's
No.
bad budgeting. Using all of the money to pay for everything you need. That's basically saying you don't have a plan. Because you're going to need everything at that point. You're just going to say, oh, I need this. Oh, I need that. Oh, I need this. Close that so it don't dry out. So budgeting is knowing, oh, my phone bill is $60. My cable bill is $100.
But I only have $100 and I don't have $160.
Alright, but I'm just using examples.
Okay.
Budgeting is knowing where your money is going. Knowing how much money you spending on certain stuff. Especially stuff like that you gotta pay for every month. That's budgeting. Knowing that you're gonna make $2,000 a month, but you gotta spend $1,200 for all of the stuff that you have to pay for. Like the car, the house, you going out, buying food. So if you got $2,000 and you gotta spend $1,200 for everything else you need, how much money do you have left?
Not a lot.
How much though? Give me a number. Do the math. You right there with a whiteboard. You can't do the math?
But how much money do we spend?
I just told you. If you make $2,000, right?
Okay, 2,000.
And then you have to spend $1,200.
2,000.
And you gotta spend $1,200. So you gotta spend
2,000
$1,200.
minus. Equals.
No, what's that?
I don't know what 1,200.
1,200.
That's one. Okay. So 2,000. So 2 minus 12 and a half. Wait, no. 2. How did I do?
Do 20 minus 12.
20 minus. I would have $2,000 left.
No, you wouldn't.
Wait, $6,000 left.
No, you wouldn't. You don't have $6,000 now. You only have 2,000. You have 2,000.
Oh, I meant to say.
Then you're taking
something
away.
100.
Look. This is an easy way to do it. Then you just learn how to do math like this. Let's do it like this. You got 2,000, right? And then you got 1,200. So now we're gonna make that.
How do you?
Listen. This is gonna be 1,000. And then you still got 200. Right?
200.
So now you have 2,000 minus 1,000 minus 200.
2,000 minus 100 minus 200.
2,000 minus 1,000 is what?
1,000?
So write it down. You know how to do it now.
1,000.
Now,
Then
draw your lines from 1,000 to 200.
1,000 to 200.
And then what's 1,000 minus 200? Write it below the line. Below the line. Write it down here. Or write it right here.
And
800. Bam.
I
Right?
meant to say 800.
Yeah, you good. You got it.
I didn't mean to say 1,000.
That's fine. That's fine.
Now can I use?
No, leave it up there.
Oh,
Leave it
so
up there.
the original equation.
All right. So now the whole reason we did that is to show you budgeting, right?
Yeah.
If you got $2,000 and you have to spend $1,200, you got $800 left over.
Yes.
That's
And
budgeting. Knowing that you have $800 left over, not just spending money just because you have money left over after you pay your bills. So now you know you got $800. Now with that $800, what should you do? That's budgeting. Having a plan for that $800 too. So now you can say, all right, I'm going to do the same thing I do when I get paid. 50% is going to go to savings. So now another $400 can go to savings, or however much you want to put up.
I want to put up $700 and keep $100 with you.
You going to put up $700? So that means you ain't going to really have no fun for real. Like all your money is going to get saved all the time.
I want some lots of money, and I want.
It's okay. We gonna get there. We gonna. Get
I know.
There. What?
I put 500 up and keep 300.
I like that. I like that. That's more than half.
Yeah.
It's more than half. I like that. All right. Next word.
Budget. Wait, no. What do I have to do a budget?
Nothing. You don't. We gonna keep going over it. So don't put no star by it. You put a star by the words that you know already.
I know.
Nope.
Credit.
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 Do you know what credit is? As far as the definition. If you don't know the definition, just tell me what you know as credit or what you think credit is, and then I'll let you know if you pass or not. I'll let you know if we need to revisit it or not.
I don't know what credit means. What's the definition?
But you done told me you want good credit before, right?
Yes, but I don't know what it means.
So how you want good credit? What does it mean to have good credit?
I know I'm supposed to have good credit, so I want good credit. But I don't know what credit is because I haven't learned it yet.
Alright, so what does having good credit mean though? Why do you want good credit? Just because the word good is in front of credit, now you automatically think it's a good thing?
No.
So why you want good credit?
Because you want good credit. And if you want good credit, that means it's something good and something I need.
But that's not always true, bro. Like, you can't just want stuff because I want stuff.
I'm not saying I want everything you want.
Alright, so try to tell me what credit is. You don't have no definition at all for me? You can't give me no nothing?
No.
Nothing. Okay. So I'm going to give you the definition.
I think I know how to check your credit.
How?
On a credit card.
No, that's not how you check it.
That's how you use it?
Yeah, that's a way of using it. By having a credit card and getting a credit card. So, credit is, you know what ability is?
No.
So, if I say the ability to sing, I have the ability to sing. Do you know what that means?
It means you can sing.
Okay, so you do know what ability is.
No, I wasn't talking about, like I said I don't know because I don't know if you're talking about the ability of something I can do or something else.
Alright, that's fair, that's fair. But credit is just the ability to get access to money or goods before paying for them, right? So credit means I can get access to money. A credit card, right? How you just said credit card. That's me getting access to money before, like, without having that money. So I can get access to $1,000 and then just pay that $1,000 back, right?
Yes.
So you give me an example of what else credit can be. From basic, just off the stuff that we done talked about and the stuff that I have. If I just told you a credit card is one way to use credit, what's another way to use credit?
That's the only way I know.
Why did I have to fix my why did I have to fix my credit? So we could buy what?
A house.
So what can I use credit for?
To buy a house.
And what else?
To buy the water bill and the.
No. That's not really credit. That's just money.
Oh.
Hmm.
For the cars.
There you go. That's another way to use credit.
To pay the cars off.
To be able to buy the cars.
Oh.
To pay them off, you just gotta keep having money. But my credit can get messed up tomorrow. They still gonna let me pay them cars off. You just need decent credit to be able to get the loan in the first place. But you should always have good credit though. So you're right. So, we good on credit? We don't gotta go over that?
Maybe next time.
Huh?
Next time.
Next time?
Yeah.
Like, we gonna keep going over it? I'm saying, like, but you good for right now?
Yes.
Alright.
Next time we're doing it again.
Yep. Alright, credit card. Or, you were supposed to read it, my bad.
Credit card.
Credit card. Can you define that one for me? We just talked about it.
It's like credit, but a card, so yes.
So give me your definition.
It's
That
credit,
ain't
but in a card.
Okay.
So the definition is.
By what you mean by credit? It's credit, but in a card. What I tell you about giving me a definition using the words? You can't do that. That's not telling me nothing. If I tell you I don't know what a credit card is, and you say, oh, it's using your credit, but in a card, I don't know what you mean because I don't know what a credit card is.
I was just talking to myself.
Okay, my bad. I'll chill.
A credit card is used to buy houses and cars.
Nope.
No.
You use your credit to finance houses and cars. So you use your credit to get a mortgage loan for a house.
Wait, I think everything that you're supposed to buy you can use with a credit card.
We gonna talk more about that a little bit later. But again, no. So a credit card is a card that is given to you by a bank or a financial institution. So a company that give people money, that let people borrow money, and they will let you spend up to a certain amount. So they'll let you spend up to $5,000 or however much. It might be $300. It might be $50,000. It's just depend on how good or bad your credit is, right? So a credit card is just a card that's given to you from a bank, and they let you spend up to a certain amount of money, and you have to pay them back over time, normally with interest. So that you have to pay them back more money for borrowing their money.
So we gotta pay them back more money than they gave us.
Yep, and that's called interest. That's the cost of borrowing money. So what is a credit card?
A credit card is used to get money, and then you gotta pay the person.
Stop doing that. Stop doing that.
And then you gotta pay the person who gave you money more money than they gave you.
Yeah. Unless you pay it off within 30 days. If you pay it off within 30 days.
What does within mean? Before 30 days?
Yeah, before 30 days is over. Before it passed 30 days. So if you pay it off before it passed 30 days.
Before 1 month is passed?
Yeah. So if you pay it off before 1 month passed, you don't have to pay any interest most of the time. You can just, so say if I borrow $500 and I pay it off before 30 days, I just got to pay back $500. And we're going to talk about that. That's really how by the time you older, I don't want you spending none of your own money. You're not even going to want to spend your own money. All your money is going to be put up,
so
and
why
you're going to spend credit cards. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it.
So I'm going to use other people's money and use my money to give them more money than you gave
No,
me?
you're not going to give them more money back because you always going to pay them off within 30 days.
Oh,
So
I'm going to
you
give
get
the same amount?
Yeah, so if you spend $1,000 on a credit card You just gonna pay them back $1,000 before 30 days. You might pay them back $1,000 the same day or the next day, but you always want to use your credit card. It's a lot of reasons why you always want to use your credit, and it's safer. You always want to use your credit card. All right, next word.
Debit card.
Debit card. Do you know what the debit card is?
No.
No. Okay. So, look at me. Come on, pay attention. A debit card is a card where when you swipe that card, that's coming out of, guess where?
Our bank.
Yeah, your bank account. So that ain't coming from the credit card. That ain't coming from the other people's bank. That's coming from your bank account. So if you got $500 in the bank and you go buy a $200 game, how much money you got left in your bank account?
$300.
Okay, because you spent $200 on your debit card. Right. So we don't even got to talk about that because you know a debit card is tied to who bank account?
Mine.
Okay, debit card is tied to...
Do I put the star?
Yeah, you good.
Okay. Where?
Yeah, right there. Or just put like a dot. I know what it means. Like, yeah, just put like a circle. Fill in the blue dot. Yeah. Next word.
Debit.
Not debit. It's no I.
A debt.
Debt. Hey.
Why is the B silent?
It's not. It kind of is, but it ain't. It depends on how you talk. I pronounce it debt. No, I don't pronounce it debt. Yeah, I don't pronounce the B at all. So it is silent for me. Debt. Do you know what debt is?
No.
We talked about it before. I'm going to tell you that for every word that we done talked about. I'm going to tell you we talked about it before, so you start locking in. You don't remember?
No.
Debt is money that you owe to a person or a bank or business.
So, I gotta give them the money on a debt?
You have to, you gotta pay your debt back. The money you owe is your debt. So your credit card, right?
A credit card is my debt?
Yeah, so say you got a credit card and they give you up to $1,000. You can spend $1,000, right?
Yeah.
Before you spend any money on your credit card, you don't have any debt. You are debt free. You don't owe anybody, right? But say you go out and I love using $200 for you. So you go out, you spend $200 on a new PlayStation, boom, right?
Yeah.
Now that $200 is debt. You have to pay that back.
So we have to pay them $200?
If you pay it back within 30 days. If you don't pay it back within 30 days, you gotta pay it a little extra.
A little extra?
Yeah.
Because I didn't pay them the money on time?
I mean, no, you could have paid them on time. So with credit cards, it's what's called a minimum monthly payment. So if you spend like $200 at the end of the month, they might only make you pay like $35, $40. If that. It might not even be that high. But they want you to keep paying that $35 or $40 because they're going to keep adding more and more interest. That's how they make their money.
I want to be like them.
No, you don't. That's called usury. You don't want to do that. That's very predatory. We can lend and we can, borrow. I mean, not borrow money, but we can lend money. But we ain't going to do it how credit card companies do it. That's crazy.
Why?
Because they getting over on people crazy. We can find a better way to do it. Or we can have credit cards, but we just going to have better terms.
They're not going to pay us within 30 days.
I mean, or we could do it to where if they don't pay us within 30 days, we're not going to charge them as much still. We could just charge them way less than what the big credit card companies charge. But that's another conversation for another day. So, next word.
Expense.
Expense. You said easy.
Yes.
Easy?
Yes.
That's easy?
Expense.
Yeah.
Easy.
Give me an example. I mean, no. Not an example.
Why?
I don't want an example.
Why?
I want the definition of an expense. What is the definition of an
Because
expense?
the example is too easy.
I just want the definition.
I want to tell you an example.
You got to give me the definition first.
Well, a definition of an expense is everything you buy.
I don't like that definition. Because it's not everything you buy. I kind of guess you are right.
Except if you buy it for free.
You can't buy something for free. Because if you buy it, it's not free. But, yeah, expense is just the things you buy. I guess that's the way. Come on, hold on, wait. Let me get an actual. Because we just used to going essential and non-essential. Stop, don't touch that.
Okay.
Expense definition finance.
Can I see?
Alright, yeah, so it's the cost incurred by a business or individual to acquire goods or services. So yeah, it's the stuff we buy. The stuff that we buy. Expenses are the things that we buy. So you were, go ahead, I'll give you a props. Good job. So you can put your little dot or start by that one. Alrighty, next word.
Leverage.
Leverage.
Oh.
Leverage. Do you know what leverage is?
No.
No, we have not talked about leverage yet.
I don't remember talking about it.
We haven't. We have not. So leverage is using the money that you borrow, right, to make more money, and it has to cover the amount of, well, it has to cover the cost of borrowing that money, right? So you know how we was just talking about interest when you got a credit card? If you don't pay it back within 30 days, you got to pay a little more?
Yes.
So leverage is using that credit card to make money.
With the money that you borrowed?
Yeah, but you need to be able to make more money than you owe.
More money than I got?
Yeah, like it got to be able to cover what you borrow. So if you go borrow $1,000, you got to be able to make $2,000.
Or at least
that's like really, that's the leverage, and that's really using the leverage.
Dad?
What's up?
So is leverage like using a credit card to use somebody's money and then buy it? So leverage is like an asset?
You use leverage to get assets.
Okay.
But you on the right path for sure. Go ahead, go. I saw the wheels turn.
That's all I wanted to say.
Okay, I'm about to say I saw the wheels turning though. I saw you was thinking. So yeah, but leverage is basically using your. Some people think it's risky, right? But
Risky?
leverage, yeah.
Why?
You know what that mean?
Risky?
Yeah.
It means there's a very skin. Wait, how can I say the definition?
Yeah, come on, take your time.
Risky.
Come over, son.
Right here?
Yeah. You good? You want to erase that? Because you too worried about rubbing it. Yeah. Go ahead, erase it.
Risky. I know what risky means, but how can I explain it? I think, risky means there's a very skinny chance of having the thing right.
I like that. I'll accept that.
I can't really explain it, but I know what it means.
No, yeah, you are spot on. So you can't really articulate it, but I'm gonna clean it up a little bit for you, okay? So risky mean it's not a real big chance that you are going to be successful. So the more riskier it is,
the harder it is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. The least likely you are going to be successful.
So
That's how some people
wait.
think about leverage. Go ahead.
So some people think there's a small chance of having the thing, right? In leverage.
Some people think it's a small chance of being successful, when using debt. So some people think that if you use credit cards to try to buy assets, that everything is going to go wrong and you're going to end up owing a lot of money on credit cards and you still going to end up owing money for your asset and it's not going to make you money. But you shouldn't think like that. That's just people being scared to take a chance and not knowing that you can do these things. But that's why we had these conversations.
So I'm not scared when I grow up.
Exactly. Because I want you to be confident around money. You remember our conversation about that?
Yes.
What does that mean? Me wanting you to be confident around money.
It means confident while you're using your money.
And also, what else?
That's all I remember.
Knowing what to do with it. Not being scared of a lot of money.
How could you be scared of money?
See, it's crazy to you because we don't talk like that. But it's a lot of people who would be scared of a lot of money.
So, a little bit.
I don't mean scared like they're going to have nightmares, but like scared as in they're not confident. They're not going to know what to do. They wouldn't be comfortable if they got $1 million and then somebody said, all right, use this $1 million to make sure that you don't have to work no more. A lot of people would just be froze and wouldn't know what to do at all. Where it's like, at least we know that we can try whatever we want to try. We know some things where it's like we can put money and it's guaranteed to bring us money. And we know some things that we can try to make us more money. But either way it go, we're not going to be scared with either decision. Either the money going to get put up and do that, or we're going to use it to do this. Or we're going to do both, right?
I would rather do both.
Exactly. That's exactly what you're going to do. But yeah, it's crazy that some people are scared of a lot of money.
It's crazy to me because I don't really... Since I'm a kid, I just really want to buy everything.
Yeah, I know. That's most kids. You good? You back in action?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
Alright. I don't want you talking to your mama because she right here. She not right here. We just in here. We working, right? Alright. Don't be looking all goofy over there either. Next word.
Liability.
Give me the definition.
A liability is something you buy and it doesn't bring you no money and you gotta keep paying for it.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. Give me an example and do not use a car.
A house.
You gotta explain it.
A house could be a liability by if nobody lives there. I mean, if somebody lives there and they let you live there, and then you gotta pay them every week or month.
So basically, you saying like if you pay rent, the house is the liability, basically?
Yeah.
I can live with that. The way I'm raising you, I can live with that. I can live with that. I can live with that one. I'm thinking about it, and yeah. That's a liability. So you should be staying with us until you have your own house.
Huh?
Right? You shouldn't be paying rent to somebody else. You know you ain't gotta pay rent to me.
Because you're my dad.
Exactly. So
And
what, you gonna go pay rent to somebody else?
No.
So you gonna stay with us until you get your own house, right?
Yes.
Alright. Next word. And that's just cheating. No, that get a star. Yeah, liability get a star. Next.
Parent company.
Parent company, and that you kind of cheated because I still had that on the board. Give me the definition of a parent company,
Can
though.
I erase this?
Yeah. No, don't, because you don't know what subsidiary is like that for real.
No, just the parent company.
No,
Because it's cheated.
I like the whole example up there. Parent company definition, sir.
A parent company. How can I explain? A parent company is a company that owns more companies.
Okay.
Like Coca-Cola and Sprite.
What does that mean? Coca-Cola and Sprite. You didn't say nothing.
Coca-Cola owns the company of Sprite.
Okay, there you go. There you go. So that's your example. I like it. Even though you cheated, it's right there on the board. Put a star by it.
What?
Parent company.
I shouldn't have had you listed then.
Next word.
Okay. I don't care.
Huh?
I said I don't care.
What? You don't care what? No, I did all that because I was about to say the next word instead of you saying it. So what's the next word?
Retirement accounts?
Retirement accounts. Retirement accounts. Do you know what retirement accounts are?
No, that's a new word.
I know that. I know you didn't know. But can I ask you? Or I can't ask you?
You can't ask me because I don't know.
Well, I mean, you probably could have just made something up. You could have been right. But anyway, retirement accounts are basically your saving accounts for when you're done working a job. But it's a couple different type of retirement accounts. We are going to dive into those at a later date. You just need to know that there are specific accounts that is set up for when you are an old person and don't want to work no more. And those accounts is basically just like your brokerage account, but normally somebody else manage your retirement accounts. So with your brokerage,
somebody will use my retirement accounts?
no, somebody else manage it. Somebody else will pick what stocks or what funds you're investing into. So like with my 401k from work, I don't always pick where my money go. The people that is in charge of that fund for my job, they pick where the money go. But for the brokerage account, I pick where the money goes. So if I want to buy Amazon, I buy Amazon. If I want to buy Apple, I buy Apple. If I want to buy Robux or Roblox, I buy Roblox. Next.
Next word?
Yep.
Okay, do I put star?
No, you're not gonna put a star because instead of asking you about it, I would just keep talking about it. I would know to keep talking about it. So next time I will talk about the different type of retirement accounts, not just telling you what a retirement account is. Savings. Do you know the definition of savings?
No. And we talked over it before, but I don't remember that.
Alright, so what is savings to you?
Savings?
Mm-hmm.
Things that we save for investing. Like money.
I guess.
Or saving money.
Alright. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit for you.
What do you mean by that?
I'm gonna make them words make more sense for you.
Okay.
So savings is your portion of income or whatever money you get that is put aside or put up for later use. So if you get $100, how much money would you put up?
50?
So $50 is your savings.
Okay.
That 50% is your savings, basically. So every time you get something, you're saying half of it is going to savings?
But if there's no half?
It's always a half.
But not 9?
It is at 4.5.
4.5?
Yeah, just because it's not a whole number don't mean it's not. It's always a half.
Oh.
You can always split something in half. As far as numbers. You thought you was about to get me. Yeah, 9. Next word.
Spend.
Define spend.
I don't know.
You don't know.
What I think it is just spending money.
Yep. So using money. So I told you cannot use a word to define it. So instead of saying spending money.
Using money?
Yep. Spend is the use of money.
But I can't use spend.
I didn't say that.
No.
I said the use of money.
I don't know what you mean by that.
You don't know what I mean?
No.
So if I go to the store and I want some chips, what do I gotta do with money?
You gotta spend it?
Yeah, but if I can't use spend, if I can't use the word spend, how am I gonna get the chips? I gotta what money?
You gotta use money.
Oh, okay. So I can it kind of mean the same thing as spend then, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I just I was wondering. Next word.
Stock.
Do you know what a stock is?
Yes.
What is a stock?
A stock is a business. It's a piece of a company or a business.
Okay, I like that.
I gotta use it.
Kid-friendly budgeting activity. Basically
Here.
giving them $10. All right, hold up. Basically. What was the last word you did?
Stock.
What's next?
Tax.
Do you know what tax is, sir?
No.
Well, get ready for that one because you're going to know it just about the rest of your life.
Is it like taxes?
Taxes, yeah. You know what taxes is?
Either.
Oh, you just know the word?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Hopefully, we don't got to pay them forever. Hopefully, we figure this out. And we don't got to pay taxes. But
I know.
For now,
we gotta pay taxes.
We gotta pay taxes. But taxes is the mandatory payment that is collected by the government for a whole bunch of different reasons. They collect money for taxes from my income. So when I get paid from work, they already take taxes from my check. If I get $1,000, they might take $300 of that $1,000, and I only get $700. Right?
Why do they do that?
Because this government is corrupt.
Point blank period.
Next word. Next word, bird.
Trust.
Trust. I know you don't know what that one is.
Of course I know.
Of course you don't.
Yeah.
So this one, I actually want to give you an illustration with it so it can make sense.
I think I know what this is.
Right. So I'm going to give you the illustration as I explain it. So a trust is a legal agreement, right? Look. It's a legal agreement. So this is the legal agreement, right?
Okay. Can I draw something?
No. Just pay attention real quick. Yeah, you can draw. You're going to draw you a trust when you explain it to me. I want you to draw a diagram like mine.
Okay, so I'm going to have to look at yours.
Yep.
So
it's a legal agreement. We're going to say the triangle is the legal agreement, right? Or the triangle is the agreement.
Okay.
It's me and you agree on something, right? So we're going to say Dewan is up there. Bam. So I create an agreement. I have an agreement with Bentley, right?
Yes.
You are going to manage this agreement. You're going to take care of this agreement. Whatever it is that I got in this paper, you're going to make sure everything is going good, right? But you're not doing it for you. You're doing it for your kid because I set this up for your kid. I didn't set it up for you. Right? So now we have a trust. I started the trust. You in charge of the trust, but the trust is for your kid. So I am called the grantor.
Why?
Because I'm the one who started it. I granted the trust to your kid.
Okay.
Your kid is the beneficiary. So that's the one who really get everything from the trust. So if I leave a house in a trust, I leave a car in a trust, I leave a business in a trust, your kid is the one who really get. That's who it's for. So the money that the business make, the house make, the cars make, is supposed to go to your kid. So what you would be called is the trustee.
Trustee?
Yeah.
What is trustee?
Trustee, because I'm trusting you to manage this asset for your kids properly until they're old enough to take it over for themselves.
And their kids.
Or they cash it in. So, now, a trust, break it down. Break it down.
Right.
Draw your triangle for your trust. Bam. So that's the agreement. Now you tell me who gonna start the trust. You gonna start the trust? Okay. Bentley gonna start the trust. And then who you gonna have in charge of the trust? Who gonna be in charge of the trust, dude? And then who the trust gonna be for?
Who is it going? Who's gonna take care of it?
Yeah, who gonna take care of it? 6? Okay, that's a good one. No, for real. You should use your brother. And then who is it gonna be for? So you about to rewrite it?
Yeah.
Designing shirts.
6. Alright. So Bentley is the grantor. 6 is the what?
Trustee.
Trustee. And then what's the last person gonna be called?
Who is it gonna be for?
No, but what's that title called? The last person. Who is it for? Beneficiary.
Beneficiary.
Yep. So who gonna be the beneficiary? So you starting the trust. You got all the money. You got all the cars. You got all the houses. So you say, I'm gonna take 2 houses. I'm gonna take 2 cars, and I'm gonna get them $100,000. I'm gonna start this trust. 6 gonna run the trust. But I'm gonna leave the trust for all these houses, all these cars, all this money is gonna go to.
So should it go to one of my brothers?
Is it? You're thinking real hard about this. Okay, you taking this serious, huh?
Oh, shit. I don't have too much money.
All right, let's just say Dash. For the
I was
both
going
of
to
us.
say Dash.
Okay, yep. So is for Dash. So you starting the trust. 6 is in charge.
Wait,
and,
no. Yeah, Dash.
And Dice.
And Dash.
And then 6 gonna do the same thing. So 6 gonna start a trust. You gonna be in charge of it, and it's gonna be for Dash and Dice.
Again?
Yep.
I want one for me.
You are. Me and Mommy gonna do that.
Yay. But that's the only one I'm getting for me.
No, it's not. You gonna have your own too.
No, I'm the only one that's going to be down there.
Oh yeah. It's gonna only be for you. All right. We gonna keep trust on there. No start, no nothing, because we still got a lot to talk about. And
With
this
trust.
is only the very beginning. The very, very beginning. It's a lot to talk about.
Do I have to erase this?
You can keep it up there if you want, if it help you remember.
Yeah, I might need it for next time.
Alright. Last word, buddy, and then we are wrapping
Wealthy.
it up. Wealthy. Oh, you said that one quick, huh? You know that one, huh?
Yeah.
You know that one, huh?
Yeah.
So what's the definition to that?
Yeah.
Get up out of board. Get up. You ain't done, dog. Get up, dog.
Wait, I don't know.
No, I don't know. What is wealthy?
Wealthy means you're healthy?
Wealthy means you're healthy. I like this mindset. I love the mindset, but that ain't it. You talking about finances right now, man. This is the RottenChild Wealth Hub, not the RottenChild Health Club. Come on, man.
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
So you want me to give you the definition?
Yes, please.
Alright, so wealth, or being wealthy, is having a high net worth. Do you know what a net worth is?
No.
So it's being worth a lot of money. So having a high net worth, you decide what a high net worth is. Some people might think $50,000 is a high net worth, but it's basically being worth a lot of money and having a strong financial position with long-term security, right? So basically what that means to a 7-year-old, are you paying attention?
Yeah.
All right, so basically what that means to a 7-year-old is that you have a lot of money, you know what to do with money, and you're not running out of money no time soon. And you are only gonna...
Gain money?
Yes. I was about to use a big word, but I'm glad you cut me off. Good job. Because you was going to say, what does that mean? And we was going to come back to the word gain anyway. All right. So, you knew how many words? How many words got stars or dots next to them?
Asset, a bank, brokerage account. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And a 7.
Stock. Put stock too. You knew stock.
Oh yeah, stock. Which one?
So we got 8.
8.
8 out of 20. How you feel about that? 8 out of 20.
8 out of 20 is decent.
That's decent, yeah. Because I knew you wasn't going to know a lot of them.
2 less than 10.
2 less than 10. 2 less than half. If this is a grade, you know that'd be a bad grade, right?
Not that bad.
That'd be horrible. That's failing.
That would be a B.
No, it wouldn't.
Oh.
8 out of 20?
Oh, I thought you meant 8 out of 10.
Oh no, 8 out of 20? Heck you know. 8 out of 20, that's what?
F.
4 out of 10? 2 out of 5? Do you have anything to say to wrap up the lesson? Go up there. Anything to say for the lesson? How you feel? How you feel about this one? For the first episode for the second time. How you feel? How you feeling? Great? You like that one?
Yes.
How you feel about the words that you didn't know?
Yeah. And it makes me happy because I'm learning more words.
Because you're learning more words?
Yes.
Alright, so what, should we review these words
Tomorrow?
before every lesson? Well, we can do that anyway, but I was going to say whenever we come in the room, we ain't even got to be recording. Whenever we come in the room, matter of fact, when I'm in here by myself and I be telling y'all to just leave me be, whenever you barge in here in me, just know you gotta answer one of them. You gotta give me an answer for one of them words. I want a definition, I want an example, and I want you to spell it without looking at the board.
What?
Yep.
What?
So we really about to start making this all inclusive. You about to start working on your spelling. You about to start working on your math and your financial literacy. The same way how I had you break down the 2,000 minus 1,200 equals what?
800.
Yeah, I see you ain't forget. So
It's going to be like on 2nd grade.
Hey, it's
Or
a challenge.
3rd.
It's a challenge. You be saying you want a challenge, right?
Yes, I want a challenge.
Alright.
This challenge is not big enough.
It ain't?
It's not big enough to stop me.
It ain't?
No challenge is big enough to stop me.
Okay. I got you. Calculus next week.
Next week,
Yep.
I might need a calculator for some of them.
You don't need a calculator for it?
Some of them, probably.
Alright. You want to say your goodbyes? You want to say peace? You want to say goodnight? How you want to end it? How you going to end it? You ain't going to look at the camera? Good night, man. Love you.
Later.
Love you. Go to bed.